Hey everyone, Wakayama time today, and well, here's the station. It's pretty pokey, to be honest. It had a very nondescript exit. I finally got out. Here today to do Mount Koya and Wakayama Prefecture, my third prefecture of the day, coming from Kobe through Osaka. It's taken me about 3 hours to get here on 6 trains. I was scheduled for 4, but I didn't make any mistakes. I got messed about because, for whatever reason, loop line trains don't necessarily just do a continuous loop. Stupid. Anyway, got all the way here. I've turned down the cable car, which is recommended because it's about £4 each way, so that's £8 saving overall today. And rather than that, I'm doing, I forget the name of the trail, but a trail. But it's a pretty nice trail to do by the looks of it. There's a nice bridge. The route here has been fantastic as well. The final train ride, long one, winding around the mountains, hundreds of 100-year-old trees. It's very sparse population, really good views. Got a window seat, everything really good. So I've done a bit of research. I don't know if I'm actually on the right trail. If I'm not, I'm absolutely screwed. But assuming I am, the internet seems to suggest it's about a 50-minute walk. I think I should be on that red bridge, and I'm not. I'm going under it. I'll try and work it out. But yeah, this looks. Unless I absolutely have no idea. This is going well. But yeah, it should be nice. It's a nice day. Baking hot actually. Got up pretty early. I think I'll really. Here we go. Bit of a hairpin turn. I was wondering how the hell I was going to get up there. So yeah, this is all making a bit more sense. Hell of a long way to go actually. 50 minutes to get to, well, civilization really, and then there should be quite a few nice temples and shrines, and there's something called the Daimon gate I want to go to. That's the big one. It's very much a Buddhist area, Buddhism area, and oh, here we go. So Fudozaka Trail. This is what the one I was looking for. This makes sense. So yeah, very promising start actually. I thought I was going to have to get a cable car because that's where all the signs were telling me to go. Also thought I'd have to reserve a seat on the train at an extra price. That didn't happen, so all going really well. I think though it's going to end up being a bit of a rush, given that it's taken me, without making any mistakes or anything, 3 hours to get here. It's going to take 3 hours or so to get back. So I'm going to blast through this trail, 50 minutes, blast around all the sites. I'm not going to pay any admission to get in anywhere, and then do the same on the way back. Join me again soon. The wildlife there, it wasn't great. It wasn't much to speak of. It was the annoying variety that tries to sting you. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Nice and old, authentic. I'm a bit disappointed because a bit of construction work going on. The other side of it is pretty much out of bounds and redundant. Reasonably quiet, which I suppose is good as a result. This is kind of the #1 place, certainly in this location. And there's not much else around it, if I'm brutally honest. I think there's a museum nearby. Good though. When you last saw me, it was about. It was coming up to 1 o'clock. I don't know what time it is now, but I'm sure it's at least 4. Had a terrifically exhausting walk up the mountain. The trail was, it was okay. I didn't get lost too much. It was fairly straightforward. A few guiding road signs, stuff like that. That was okay. Saved an absolute fortune because the cable car was a load of money, and then you had to get a mandatory bus after that. So Saved a ton of money. I don't know how long it took, probably slightly less than the recommended time, but I was genuinely exhausted. It was all completely uphill, so the way back's going to be relatively fine. Downhill gradient, I'll be absolutely fine. And in terms of finding my way around, loads of maps and stuff, very, very good. And in terms of things per square mile type thing, this is one of the best places in Japan I've been to for that. Almost spoiled for temples, stuff all over the place. I've walked past loads of them, just nonchalant. I've almost seen too many. They look sort of very, very similar. It's about 25 degrees C. Sounds about right, to be honest. It's cooled off a little from what it was. It was really bad earlier on. So yeah, this Daimon Gate place, it's the furthest west of pretty much everything here. And I arrived sort of in the centre, so what I did was I did all of the east side first, just because it seemed to be easier. Ticked off all of the smaller places and I've gradually worked up to the bigger stuff like this. I've missed a couple of things on the way, which I can do on the way back. Hey again everyone, it's massively quiet still. On the way back, past all of the sort of touristy areas really, on the way back through this stupid trail, and as you can see, it's just trees and trees and trees and trees and trees. There's no other civilization whatsoever. Oh, this is an interesting area. Passed it on the way actually, but yeah, well, there's nowhere to sit, so that's not going to happen. As you can see, it's all downward gradient, so it's just massively easier. Pretty good. Yeah, I've recovered actually physically. I don't know how much walking I've actually done in terms of a distance, but a lot. Which puts a marathon into perspective, because I reckon I've done somewhere in the region of 12 kilometers or something, and I'm pretty broken, and it's taken me absolutely hours, so yeah, that's pretty impressive. This is a cool little corner, rally-esque hairpin turn, pretty good. There's a lot of that. Yeah, the distance I'm covering is just completely unnecessary. Interesting. It seems to be closed. Has what I assume to be some kind of bell chime thing. Good, but again, nowhere really to sit down, so on we go. Hello again everyone, I'm on train 7 waiting for it to set off. The beeping in the background is a little bit eerie. I'm the only one on this carriage, there are a couple of people on the carriage in front, and that's about the only thing that's making me feel reasonable about the situation. I must be on the right train as far as it going in the right place, because this is the end of the line station, so it has to be going in the right direction, surely. But if you've ever wondered, it's usually very, very difficult to get any footage of life on a train, because it's usually going too fast, there are loads of other people around, it's rude, it's not the right thing to do, but with an empty train, here goes. So this isn't a typical train in my mind, because that was the door trying to shut and fail. Because usually there's very little seating, and it's usually facing the other way. Usually it's like a big train panel than seating, but yeah, it's usually quite colourful. Yeah, this is rather atypical, I must admit. The rings hanging above are very, very typical. They're on every train, and there are loads of them just like that. That's priority seating for the elderly, although I hadn't really realised that, because that's the seating I enjoyed on the way. This time though, 2 seats to myself, excellent. I could have any one of about 30 seats, but there's a fly up there getting electrocuted by the lights. Stupid thing. Come on, fry it. Thanks for watching this video, keeping me company while I'm bored out of my mind on an empty train. Come and watch some more videos.